Welcome, guys. It is Monday afternoon for you guys. It's still morning for me. We're here to do a quick discussion recap on the Iowa women defeating Nebraska today. A great game, good game. I feel like the fourth quarter, the women kind of slowed up a little bit, but they had the game well in hand. They had a 27-point lead at one point, and they finished with a 13. Finished by win by 13.
Referees feeling sorry for Nebraska. So, I mean, when you call Hannah Stolke for an intentional hit into the face,
Yeah.
on that call, it's just like, what the hell are you calling?
Yeah,
So,
it's like they explained the other night in the Iowa men's game. You can't go for intent. You just have to call what you actually see.
well, what
You
you
can't.
seen
They don't
what you
want to
seen there,
judge intent anymore.
what you seen there was Hannah with her both hands on the ball, and then the foul's called. And Hannah don't even look back. She don't know the girl fell down. And she slings her hand back and hits the girl in the face. And then Hannah reacts like, oops, what did I do?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. That's Hannah. The nicest girl in the world, just reacting like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were there. And then the referee watches that. We see the same. He sees the same thing we do. And well, we better call a technical and let's
Yeah. Well, it's the second
uh,
time in two games that Hannah's been called for a flagrant one foul.
yeah. If it was a WNBA, she'd be close to a suspension. So
Yeah. Can't get too many of those.
oh my God. But
All right, so Hawkeyes win 80 to 67. They came out strong out of the gate. Well, let's see. Ava Hayden finishes with 27 points, but only 5 points in the second half. 12 for 15 shooting. She did attempt a 3-point shot, but time was running out and she didn't even come close.
yeah.
She got 11 rebounds, 3 assists, had 2 turnovers, and she had 3 personal fouls. So she did a good job on the foul situation because we needed her to keep foul free, or at least control the foul. So that worked. I would call her the player of the game. But what can you say about Strimlow today? 17 points, 6 for 7 shooting, 3 for 4 on 3-point shooting, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 3 personal fouls. Okay. Wright had a consistent game. She played all 40 minutes, 14 points, 5 for 8, 2 for 3, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Good job. She wasn't getting free for open shots, so she just found people to throw the ball to. She did turn the ball over 5 times, but with the ball in her hands most of the time, that's going to happen.
We had an unbelievable amount of assists today. It was like watching a Lisa Bluter team. I think we had 24, 25 assists. Hannah, I know at least had 4, and then one was taken away from her because she hit Hayden wide open under the basket to start the second half, and Ava, it was a bunny, nobody around her, and she missed it, but she got the rebound and put it back in. So Hannah lost an assist there. Hannah would have had at least 5 assists. So that's how good Hannah played today.
Hey, Terry Walker, thank you. He says 2 of my favorite Hawkeye fans, the Dean Amin himself and his partner in crime, Kelvin the Killer.
The killer. I don't know. So
yeah. Okay. Fairbach only 3 points, 1 for 7 shooting, 1 for 6 at the 3-point line. By the way, they're not giving me free throws on this stat that I'm looking at. This is the one you sent me. I using yours instead of mine today.
Yeah, I sent you the team stats, which would show the free throws, but anyway.
Hayes gets 2 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls. I that girl scares me. I know she's got potential, but she scares me.
Well, she's
Game.
only playing a couple. She's like Callie. They both of them scare you, but they'd only play 2 or 3 minutes, so get over it.
Yeah. Well, Kelly had 5 minutes, which is 3 minutes more than Layla had.
Yeah.
Kelly, no shots, no shot attempts, no rebounds. Did have 1 assist and 1 turnover.
Yeah.
Deal, that girl scares me. She also has no points in 13 minutes, 0 for 4, 0 for 2, had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
Okay. And I texted in our group, got to get her on the bench after she had that last turnover.
I think
that came during the Nebraska run, if you remember right. I think they came out to an 8 or 10-0 run on us.
Addie didn't have her best game, but when she is in the game, she is going to shoot because Jan has told her to shoot because we don't have many shooters. And she is, other than Chit Chat, I can't think of anybody on the team. Stremlo was hot today, but Stremlo's a hot and cold shooter. Addie has a great shot from a lot of different distances. She put up an air ball from like 6 feet today, but she was freaking hit right across the arm. It was like, got on the other end, you're calling tic-tac fouls. And
okay, so Addie Deal's shot where the Ava caught the ball and did the kind of a loop backwards into the hoop as time expired. Tell me, is that a bad shot gone bad that Ava saved, or was it really an alley-oop type play?
I didn't see the replay. I don't know if it was partially blocked. I don't think it was a pass, but Addie didn't shoot it that bad. Addie didn't shoot it that bad, but that was one of the most miraculous shots you'd see. It was like right up there with Chit Chat's half-court shot this year. So.
This should show up on ESPN as some of the plays of the day.
Yeah. Ava's probably the most gifted natural scorer we've had as a big girl. Ava's just not consistently a good rebounder or a good defensive player or can keep her hands to herself inside. She just fouls too much, and hopefully next year she'll make more progress on that.
And has some travel calls issues too. She does like to shuffle her feet when she's going for the. But
they had one travel. They had one travel call on her, and they showed the replay, and her pivot foot never did move. Yeah. But it is what it is. The referee sees what he thought he's seen, but he didn't see it. So. So
okay.
Even a referee makes a mistake, Dean. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, all in all, we got off to a really hot start. I just think Nebraska never really recovered. I think we did a decent job on Prince. We held her to 13 points. She had 4 of 8 of shooting, so she did shoot 50%. She missed her only 3-point shot. She had 3 rebounds and 2 assists. But Prince herself had 5 turnovers. So both point guards a little loose with the ball today.
Yeah, it was not a well played game on either side. Iowa was hotter than hell in the first half, but Iowa turned the ball over an unbelievable amount of times, and so did Nebraska. It's like, girls, can you catch the ball? Can you please not throw the ball into the crowd? But Feuerbach, I don't care if Feuerbach missed every shot today. She sure did a good job on Prince.
She did. She did. Did you notice that they tried a couple different girls on Chit Chat, and Prince went for it for a little while. And that's when
Chit Chat. You got to give them credit. Chit Chat came out there and was killing them to start, and they shut Chit Chat down for a long time.
They did, but then you notice
but
that Chit Chat got really aggressive in the second half. I can tell you that was Jan saying, "Chit Chat, don't let them do that to you. Go do it. Create something. Do something."
And what was it? Iowa cooled down shooting like you said they would. I mean,
they were shooting 80% at one point.
I think they probably ended up like it. Probably, I don't know if they even shot around 40% maybe from three. I'm not sure, but
would you like to know?
yeah, I sent you the team stats.
I have it right here.
By the way, I came up short on what I wanted, but we were so hot shooting. That's why, I wanted 55 points out of our big girls.
Mm-hmm.
And our big girls were 20 out of 27 shooting. And I think we ended up with maybe 47 points instead of 55.
Yeah. So you include Ava, Layla, Hannah, and Journey?
Journey's our other backup power forward. Boy, did she shoot today. Did she pass?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. She didn't get as many rebounds as normal, but Journey Houston just doesn't make any mistakes. It's like you want her inbounding the ball because she never makes a mistake inbounding the ball. When she has the ball, she doesn't make mistakes dribbling. She doesn't make mistakes with decision making. She has the highest basketball IQ of probably anybody on the team.
Now I want to show you something. Out of the starters, you know how we talked about the 3-point shooting of Nebraska and how we have to watch out for them. Here's the starters on 3-point shooting: 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 0 for 1, 2 for 5, and that was the Nestle's. Nestle, I believe she's the one that's number 1 on the team in 3-point make.
Hargrove shoots over 50% from 3, but she was limited because she got 2 quick fouls, and then she come back in the game, and they gave her a third one, which they switched
over to Prince. Yeah, they gave it to Prince instead.
Hargrove was very limited in her play.
She only played 19 minutes today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have, your best 3-point shooter on the bench. But anyway, and then their other starter was 0 for 3. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. But let's go over some of the team stats. Okay, wrong one. Alrighty. Iowa shoots 60% from the field. Fantastic. I mean, they started out hot, so I'm sure that was carryover because I believe at the end of the first quarter, they were shooting over 80% at the time.
Yeah, when you shoot 20 out of 27 from your big girls, 20 out of 27 is like 75%, something like that, quickly off top of my head. So that helps.
Yeah. Nebraska shot 47%. And honestly, from, that's actually respectable shooting.
Yeah.
So, as cold as they started to heat up a little bit. Our 3-point shot, we went 38%. We were 6 of 16. Nebraska was 4 of 19 for 21%.
Yeah.
Free throws. I love this. 10 for 13, so for 77%. I'll take that anytime. And 9 for 13 for Nebraska at 69%.
Yeah. I think Hannah missed one free. Did Hannah miss a free throw?
She did.
I know that Journey Houston missed her first 2. So there was three missed free throws that we missed. So
yeah, Hannah missed one.
Ava was perfect, I think, from the line.
Well, is this actually the free throw correct then? Because Hannah missed one. Chit Chat missed 2.
Yeah, I said those are the 3 free throws we missed. We were 10 out of 13, weren't we?
Yeah, okay. All righty.
And Ava was perfect from the free throw line. It ain't like we shot a lot of free throws.
No, we only shot 13. They only shot 13, and we just did one better than they did.
Yeah.
But it surprised me when Prince misses a free throw. When she goes up there and
I've told you privately, I hear she's not happy with the way they're playing at Nebraska. She wants to play better basketball like that, and she is a great player. It'd be great if she come to Iowa. We were in her final. She never said a word about who her mother was a coach, and they shut off all interviews about recruiting. And so we don't know, but we know, Iowa was in it and UCLA and, and if she leaves, I'd love it to come to Iowa, but I don't know. I have no idea whether she hates Iowa. Well, she doesn't hate Iowa, and she's a very good sportsman. You'll notice she helps Iowa players up off the ground. She doesn't complain about calls, even though, like today, she blocked Stremlo's shot or somebody's shot. Just the cleanest block you ever seen. They called a foul. She didn't say nothing. It was like, I'd love to have her and chit chat in the backcourt. A girl like that, a girl like that, is she gonna turn down, $1 million from Kim Mulkey? Is she gonna go play at UConn? Is she gonna go play at UCLA with all that talent?
Well, all those other teams that you mentioned
is she gonna go to Minnesota with that deep team they have and take them to the Final Four?
Yeah.
That ain't very far from home. Is she going to go play with Addison Bjorn in Texas? Is she going to go to Kansas? Is she going to go to Iowa? But I've just heard that she's not happy.
This I would say, predict. I would predict that she would not end up at South Carolina or LSU because those benches are so deep. I don't know if she's good enough to start on that team.
She's. I'll tell you right now, Dean. She's a better point guard than Chit Chat because this girl plays great defense, is big. I mean, she averages a bunch of rebounds every game. I'd say she's one of the top 4 or 5 point guards in the country. The only point guard in the Big Ten that's as good as her is Cambridge at Jelani Cambridge at Ohio State. She didn't have to worry about benches and all that bull crap, and she'd be by far the best shooter on South Carolina's team. South Carolina's like Vivian Stringer's team. They live on big people. Being bigger than everybody else and playing good defense. It doesn't have to be a lot of strategy on the bench with Vivian's Iowa teams or South Carolina. They outman you or outwoman you, whatever the term is. They're, you've seen them. They bring out 6'2" guards, that can just press the hell out of you and all that stuff. So anyway, she's a great player. She didn't have to worry about playing time any place she went.
I would take her on our team. Okay. Rebounds, we 31 to their 23. Assists 25 to 16. Steals 11 to 7. They got 5 block shots on us. We only got 3. Turnovers. Wow. We had 20 turnovers today and still won the game by a large margin. But they had 18 turnovers. We got 27 points off of the turnovers. They got 23. There for a while, they only had like about 8. So
yeah, terrible turnover game by both teams.
Yeah.
Fire both coaches.
Yeah. Points in the paint, we got 44. So you were thinking 47, but points in the paint, well, that would include everybody.
Journey Houston and Ava Hayden both hit multiple outside shots.
Yeah.
Which would not be points in the paint.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is if you just added Journey Houston, Hannah, and Ava's points, that's how many big girl points we got,
Okay, alrighty. And then we got we committed 20 fouls to their 17. Our largest lead was 27. Theirs was 2. We led for 97% of the game. They led for just 1%. That doesn't add up. Where are the other 2%? Was it a tie
The
at one
game was
point?
tied. Game was tied, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
There are minutes where there's nobody in the lead, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's all. I got. You have anything else you want to discuss about the game?
it's nice to have a happy podcast,
Yeah.
And I think Iowa's schedule is pretty damn easy the rest of the season with Wisconsin and Purdue, and you just got it. That Michigan games. Michigan's a very, 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 very good team. They played very good in about every game this year, so that's a tough one.
If
And
I
we
had
got
to predict, I would predict a UCLA, Michigan Big Ten title game.
We just don't know, but I think Iowa's easily one of the top 3 teams in the Big Ten from what I see. I'd say Michigan
number 3
State,
right now.
Michigan State's probably the 4th best team, but boy, Michigan was cooking yesterday. So
yes, they were. I mean, both the men and the women's. I mean, it's just like, wow, what do you do with them? I mean, not a lot of schools get both programs at that level, and both of them could win Big Ten titles.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the point totals for our 3 big people?
Yeah, I can get it.
Yeah, I thought it was 40-some points we scored, but did Ava get like 27? I don't know. I think Journey had 10 or 12 points.
Okay. Stolke had 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Stolke had 9 points. Hayden had 27 points.
That's 36.
Okay. Houston had 10.
So that's 46.
Yep. And
Layla didn't
nothing.
score. Yeah. I said Layla didn't score. So.
Yeah, Layla didn't score. And honestly, did you see at one point when they brought in Callie Levine, she was actually playing the 5 position for temporarily.
I didn't notice that. So.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. At least on defense. On defense, she was playing the 5.
Yeah. Was it a switch or was that?
I think it might have been a switch or something.
Yeah, okay.
I was just excited to see her in the game, but she didn't even attempt a shot. But she did have a turnover, so that disappointed. When I saw that turnover, I go, Callie, you're not going to get a lot of minutes. You keep doing that every time you're in the game.
But anyway, I hope the Iowa women. Who do we play next, Dean? I should know that.
I think it's Purdue on the road. Let me look.
Okay. They'll be an easy win. So hopefully get all of them cooking, get Addie cooking, and I'm just flabbergasted how Journey Houston has played in 90% of the games this year.
Yeah, and here I was thinking that
I did not expect.
I didn't think she'd get off the bench at all this year. I really did not.
Well, I thought she'd be behind Mulaney, which she was to start the season. And then Mulaney had that terrible ankle injury to start the season. And then
Mulaney is not even getting off the bench. Callie Levine gets off the bench before Mulaney does. I would say if I was a betting man, I'd put my odds on that Mulaney's leaving at the end of the year.
Well, I sent you a screenshot where one guy said 3 or 4 players were leaving at the end of the year.
Yeah,
he doubled down on one particular player yesterday. So,
well, was that Mulaney? Levine?
The second one you just mentioned.
Really? He really believes that she's out of there. Huh?
She wants to I think she loves Iowa and everything, but she wants to play minutes someplace. She ain't
So
gonna play.
this
She
sounds
ain't
like,
gonna play minutes at Iowa.
if I remember right, you told me this guy is a former coach from Solon, Iowa. So this
Yep.
guy knows the dad, so he's probably had some
He
conversations
isn't
with the
coaching.
dad.
He isn't. This year he retired from coaching.
Mhm.
He wasn't a head coach or anything, but anyway, he retired from coaching and now he's with the Las Vegas Aces as a scout.
Oh, okay.
And he says, and then he's the one that put up about Tinley Levine, who had that big game that her dad posted about, and then he put up the statistics just so everybody know what her statistics really are as a 6'1" freshman. She's more of a bigger girl.
Yeah, but she is just
And
a freshman, playing against
I
high
know
school
that,
varsity
but
girls.
he wasn't saying anything. He just wanted us as Hawkeye fans to know, this is what her stats look like. And he said Callie's way better player. He also said that, and then
I still think Callie, given leaving her on the floor for more than a minute at a time, I still think she could show something.
yeah,
You
well, they
know,
got it. It's like I always say, you got to earn your opportunities in practice, and if you do play 2 or 3 minutes, if you're a guard, you gotta hit your shot
Mhm.
and and particularly an outside shot. And that's the way it works.
Yeah, but I mean, I bet.
Kirk Ferentz did not want to play Deacon Hill. And
Yeah,
I'm not comparing her to Deacon Hill. Don't get me into that trap.
yeah,
But you play who you got, and then we didn't have anybody except Deacon Hill.
yeah.
Um,
No, but
certainly wasn't going to play Joe Labas. I'll tell you that.
well, he
You
was
know,
forced. He
for
was
a
forced
lot
to
of
in the
for
bowl.
a
Was it
lot
the
of
bowl game?
reasons.
Okay, well, wait a minute now. He did go out
Mhm.
and win a bowl game for Kirk.
I know he did because he's the only quarterback. We only had two quarterbacks. Neither one of them knew the offense,
Mm-hmm.
and May was younger, so Labas had played. But there's a lot of reasons why Joe Labas didn't play. Anybody that said Brian Ferentz, that was his favorite. That was the quarterback Brian Ferentz wanted to play. That's not true. So,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of reasons why that. But anyway, we're getting off subject. There's
We are. We are. I
I'll
just want to
just say
go.
I'll give you a little hint: where there's smoke, there's fire. So
Yeah. Well, I would just say that because this guy probably really knows Callie's dad really well, and
he wasn't
having
being mean or anything.
had private conversations with Callie's dad in the past, he
Mhm.
is more than willing to tell you his feelings and some things that you shouldn't be told.
I know most parents who, as you know, I'm not a big fan of parents
Mm-hmm.
in sports. Most parents will tell you their opinion, and it's usually a very biased opinion. And
Yes, it is.
I'm not saying anything about him, but it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes. But I
anyway,
mean, I don't know. I think Callie's a great player. I hope that she gets opportunities, but with who Jan's bringing in already, Callie, it might be better for Callie to leave if she
we,
wants playing time.
we all know by looking at how players played this year, and I'm not talking about her,
Mm-hmm.
is Iowa next year is going to need two scorers, guards and wings, preferably a guard that can play point guard and off guard, and a wing that can play both guards that can score.
There we go. Prince will fill the guard spot.
Especially if Emily Rodriguez is gone. You got to have some scoring because we don't have Chit Chat is our only consistent 3-point shooter. Addie Deal has great potential shooting. Anybody watch Addie Deal can tell that she has a beautiful shot. It's just decision making and maybe not being so nervous or putting too much pressure on herself and too much pressure from
I think it
fans.
puts too much pressure on
And we
herself.
also need another big girl because you can't go into next year with Journey Houston. It's great, I guess. Journey Houston and Willetsko might play power forward, but that's not. Willetsko's very thin, get pushed around a lot, and Journey Houston's like 5'10", which we've played with 4 guards before with the Kate Martin senior year. We've done that before, but I don't think that's what Jan wants to do.
Yeah. By the way, with Belisco making the All-American McDonald's team, which is really cool because she had a real short season. I don't know how many games she actually ended up playing this year for her high school, but none of it was before January.
Yeah, all I know is she's playing like about half the minutes of the games, and she's probably averaging 19 points and 12 rebounds.
She's going to become bloated with bear.
All the scouts know how good she is. But
yeah, and she's also up for Player of the Year, the Don Staley Award. Must be for high school, or can anybody win that at any age? Because I know Caitlin won it.
I didn't see it listed as a Don Staley Award. The Don Staley Award that Caitlin was always that won as a freshman, sophomore, and junior is for best point guard in college basketball. And then Staley stabbed Caitlin in the back as a senior and gave it to Hidalgo for Notre Dame. That was a total joke, But
it was. But however, yeah, you're right. So it's another award I must be thinking of.
I don't know.
So there you go.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this to be over?
I think so. I have some things to do this afternoon.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll do one after the men's game tomorrow night or just wait. And
depends on what time it ends. I don't like doing Super League games for my own health.
7 o'clock game?
You want me to look?
I know it's on BTN, but
I'll look.
That's a game that I know Ben wants to win every game, as he said, but I know he wants to turn it around here. So
he looked really dejected on his call, on his Zoom meeting call with the media this morning.
Oh, he let it out that Cale Combs has been injured,
and yet he plays him when he's injured.
Oh, yeah. What are you gonna do?
We forgot we're playing Nebraska tomorrow night.
I know that, but I said I didn't know if it was a 7 o'clock game or what.
8 o'clock for you guys. That's gonna be pretty late.
8 o'clock our time?
Yeah.
That's what it says?
Yep.
Okay. You sure it isn't listed as Eastern time or something?
No, it's listed because the official website or the Iowa Hawkeyes always list Central time.
Okay.
They never list Eastern time, even when the teams are out east.
Yeah. Ben with his roster, he has to play some guys that might not be 100%. So.
Yeah, he was asked like about playing
when Sturts is 40. When Sturts is 40%, he still plays him 38 minutes. Yeah. With the play.
But I think honestly, I guess if the guys are willing to do that, but I think what about Urach? Let's play him some more. I mean, like I said, he
talked about that.
Spark plug. He did talk about that.
He talked about that today. He talked about Combs being hurt, but he said Combs, the practice before the Purdue game, he said Combs had his best practice in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's what he said. And then he went out. He went out and laid an egg.
Well, yeah. You got a lot of favorite players for the Iowa women that lay eggs.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And I mean,
every player is going to lay an egg once in a while. And he said Jurok just has improved defensively, but that's why he don't. He said he has no problems offensively. But he's improving his foot speed a lot. And that's what he commented on today in his press conference. So,
Yeah. Hopefully we can start to see a little more of him because he did give him a little spark off the bench. Isaiah Howard, he's also having a rough couple of game stretch. Usually he's pretty reliable. Comes in, gives you a few minutes of great solid defense. Will make a shot here and there, and a couple assists, but not lately. But anyway,
well, we shall see about the game tomorrow night, and
I think we're about to have a 3-game losing streak. I don't see us winning that game, but maybe I'm wrong.
You're always so optimistic, Dean.
Well, I'm being real. I'm being real.
I mean, when Iowa lost the women lost 3 games in a row, you weren't very optimistic about the Iowa women. And I just looked at the schedule and I thought, how are we going to lose a bunch of games? How are we going to go 1-4 the rest of the season when we're playing Purdue and Wisconsin and stuff? But anyway.
Well, Boss Man comes on here, Jason, and says that's not being real. I guess I'm not being real.
Well, we could very easily lose to Nebraska, the number 7 team in the country tomorrow. But I'm not giving it up before we play. I mean,
Alrighty.
that's just not. And I try to be pretty realistic. I think I was pretty realistic on how we played against Purdue. Yeah. That was a pretty dark podcast last night about the way Iowa played. Yeah. But I'm not going to take a dim view from one game to the other, because one game to the other is totally different. Stremlo has a terrible game. Today she was like remarkable, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hey Jason, before you leave and before we leave, give us your pick for tomorrow night's game, men's game against Nebraska.
Oh, geez. Like, how do you pick that game?
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, it's going to be time for us to bail out of here. I got lunch waiting for me, and then I got some errands I need to run in the middle of this storm.
Yeah. I got a guy that called me any minute now to fix my garage door. So
yeah. Okay, Jason picks Iowa to win 73-70. I hope he's right.
Mm-hmm. I hope we win. Guys. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know.
Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully you made it to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Middle of the Christmas day. I hope
share it, like it.
Share it, like it. Subscribe first, though.
Yeah.
Jason says they will lose at Nebraska because he will be there.
The man?
Yeah.
Well, okay, you're barred from going, Jason.
Yeah, don't go. Don't go.
Hey, don't go. Be a Hawkeye fan, damn it. Stay home. Send your wife and kid, Stay home.
All right. All righty, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. And go Hawks. And we will not be on after the men's game tomorrow night, but I know who will be because he goes on no matter what time it gets done. But anyway, you guys have fun. Enjoy the game tomorrow night.